Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps that people like to listen to? And how do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is so very easy and simple. It is Anchor, y'all. It's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% and ridiculously easy to use. Most of all, it is free. And now, y'all, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad here. I use Anchor for my radio broadcast as another branch to advertise and promote my episodes and my show that stems right from YouTube. And what I like about Anchor is that it distributes all to many platforms, as well as it has an in-depth statistics to where you can see how your podcast is doing. That's cool, right? I love it. So if you always wanted to start your podcast and make money doing it, please go to anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters who are already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. My name is Red, and I'm the host of the RH3 Show. I cannot wait to hear your podcast. Oh, gracious Father, oh, Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for today. We thank you for today's broadcast. We thank you for each and every one that is listening to me under the sound of my voice. Lord, I thank you, Father, for everyone that has been tuning in to the RH3 Show this whole week, Father. Lord, I thank you, Father, for giving me life, health, and strength to do what you called me to do on this platform, Father. This platform that has been birthed out since January of 2010. Lord, I just thank you, Father, for each and every one that will be listening to me on today, Father. Lord, I thank you, Father, for each and every one that will be listening to me this entire month, Father. Lord, I just give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praises, and it shall be yours. It shall be yours, Father. I lift your name on high, and I glory and I magnify your name, oh God. Lord, I thank you, Father, for the listeners. Lord, I thank you, Father, that you continue to raise up somebody somewhere to use their power, their ability, and their influence to help me and to help the rest of us of the RH3 Show. I give you all the glory, all the honor, and all the praises. It is in Jesus' name that I pray. Amen.
Pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna go, praise the Lord. That's from sin to the saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know their own inner retain. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint. Which means do I live and we ain't? We are controlled by the flesh, we can feel it weight. Without a point of complaint, if we can
What's up, y'all? What's up, my family? I hope y'all are doing well. I am doing great. Just like Tony the Tiger said, I'm doing great. It is the last day of the week. It is Thursday, December the 5th, and we've been rocking it out for 2 weeks. We've been rocking it out for 2 weeks this week and then last week, and hey, we've been doing our thing. So thank y'all so much for riding with us since we've been back on air, you all. And I love you all for real. I love you all for real. And so let's get started. It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red segment. All right, I'm just gonna be brief, but Nina Taylor, she got her thing. All right.
how I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 Show.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still praise me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still praise me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still praise me? If I find my way home, yeah.
It is a Real Talk with Red discussion. This is where I give you people, you all, my honest, my unscripted opinion on world and entertainment news. We also have the gospel news with Nina Taylor on during this segment. And so, yeah. And so I just got, look, I have some news about me in the RH3 show. And also, I have, that's it. I don't have nothing else to discuss world and entertainment wise. But with, they're going to go on with the documents of proceedings with the impeachment of y'all president number 45. And so, 45, let's just call him that. But they're going to continue with that. And so, we'll see how that rolls. And another report that I have for you all, Bree, is about the RH3 show. And so next week is our last week, y'all. It is our last week. Sad to say, it's our last week. Not our last week on air, but our last week for the holiday. We're going to take a break. We're going to take yes, we just got back, and what? And what? But here's the thing. When we return back January the 6th, we are doing a full week of broadcasting. A full week. So that's the RH3 show Monday, the RH3 show Tuesday, the RH3 show Wednesday, the RH3 show Thursday, the RH3 show Friday, and that's it. Monday through Friday, a full hour each day of the RH3 show. That is our anniversary celebration week. And we need to prepare. I need to prepare. Me and God needs to prepare. Nina Taylor needs to prepare. And so, prayerfully we can, do the thing or whatever and just ride with, everybody. We're celebrating 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. And I want to have some great things in store for you all. And, whatever. And so on next Monday, but next Tuesday, we got a special guest. And, of course, we're going to ride it out. And then Thursday, we're going to ride it out. But the remainder of the 3 weeks left, we're going to have best of shows. Best of shows of this season. Best of shows from the last, even some YouTube messages is going to be included. So over the last 4 years in radio, I'm going to pull some great topics for the next 3 weeks and air them for you all. And so unlike the hiatus that we just have, the 6 week that we just come off of the break, y'all still going to get the RH3 show, but it's going to be best of. And I may do some work over the weekend and over next week during some days to, just give y'all new broadcasts, but pre-recorded. I may do that. If not, y'all will hear the pre-recorded, not pre-recorded, but you are listening to a best of broadcast of the RH3 show. For more about the broadcast, visit the website at therh3show.com. You'll hear that. But anyway, yeah. But that's enough for me rambling. Here's Nina Taylor. I'm going to come back with some Ask Red letters, and then we're going to talk about today's discussion, to allow or to not allow. In 7, I think it's 7, but I'm going to give you some, some things that can help you out when your child breaks or child disrespects your, disrespects or do not go by your values that you raise them under. And this is a great topical discussion because recently, I think over the over my, sick leave, Dwayne Wade, and, it was a bunch of controversy about him allowing, his son, to cross-dress, to wear, crop tops, to wear girl clothes, to just to be himself. And there are a lot of people that was talking about that, and a lot of people that was discussing, and I'll give y'all my opinion. I have mixed emotions about that, totally mixed, but I'm standing my ground. I'm going to be respectful, and then we're going to go with that, and I'll give you, and I have room to talk, and I have room to discuss, because my family has been not really rocked, but deal with this often, and I'll talk about that coming up after the Ask Red Letters. So here is Nina Taylor. After that, we're going to do some Ask Red Letters, and then we'll be back with more of the RH3 show.
Hello, I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your gospel news. Gospel singer Leandria Johnson's journey to a recording career almost ran like a plot for a made-for-TV movie of the week as she overcame obstacles, hardships, and personal disasters to get there. Born on January 23, 1983, Leandria Johnson was the twice-divorced single mother of 3 when she fell on hard times, losing her home to foreclosure the day before a friend convinced her to drive to New Orleans in a borrowed car to audition for BET's Sunday Best. The daughter of a preacher, Johnson had sang in front of her father's congregation since the age of 2 years old, but she had hardly considered a professional career as a gospel singer. She arrived at the TV audition with little time to spare. Wearing flip-flops and the clothes that she drove there in, she was amazed to be selected as a contestant. Johnson ended up being declared the winner at the end of the show's 3rd season in 2010. The Awakening of Leandria Johnson was released in 2011, followed by her second 7-song EP, The Evolution of Leandria Johnson, in 2012. The 2 EPs were then combined into the 2012 full album, The Awakening of Leandria Johnson Deluxe. A second full-length album, The Experience, also appeared in 2012. During 2015, she appeared on the Oxygen reality TV series The Preachers of Atlanta, a spin-off from the hit show Preachers of LA. She returned with her second album, Bigger Than Me, 2 years later. Inspired by singers like Reverend Donald Vales and Thomas Whitfield, Byran Cage began singing gospel as a teenager. He went on to serve as music director at New Birth Church in Atlanta and to become minister of music at Ebenezer AME Church of Fort Washington, Maryland. Together with his 9-vocalist group Purpose, which he formed in the mid-90s, Cage recorded 3 memorable live albums: Transparent in Your Presence, Dwell Among Us, and The Prince of Praise. He received 5 Stellar Awards for his 2003 Prince of Praise album and received a 2006 Grammy nomination for his 2005 release, An Invitation to Worship. Live at the Apollo, The Proclamation appeared in 2007, with Faithful to Believe arriving in 2009, then Memoirs of a Worshipper in 2012. The Gospel News remembers Clay Evans, born June 23, 1925 in Brownsville, Tennessee, to Henry Clay and Estonali Evans, who was a graduate of Carver High School. Then he moved to Chicago to attend the Chicago Baptist Institute for Seminary Education. He attended Northern Baptist Theological Seminary along with the University of Chicago Divinity School. He was ordained as a Baptist minister in 1950. He founded the Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church in Chicago on September 10, 1950, with 5 founding members. His sermons were broadcast on radio and television. In 1965, Evans joined the Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. to promote the civil rights movement in Chicago. In 1971, they founded Operation Push Coalition to encourage black self-help. Evans served as chairman of the organization from 1971 to 1976 and became its chairman emeritus. He led his church until December 8, 2000, when Charles Jenkins succeeded him as senior pastor. Evans married Luther May Hollingshed on October 15, 1946. They resided in Chicago. They had 5 children. Evans' death was announced on November 27, 2019. The Reverend Clay Evans will surely be missed. Here's your Blazin' Hot Praise Top 10 songs. Number 10, Renee Spearman and Hezekiah Walker with I Love Him. Number 9, Pastor Mike Jr. with Big. 8, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, Blessings on Blessings. 7, J.J. Harrison and Youthful Praise with Miracle Worker. 6, Zacardi Cortez, You Don't Know. 5, Tasha Cobb Leonard, You Know My Name. 4, Jacqueline Carr, I See Miracles. 3, John P. Key and Zacardi Cortez with I Made It Out. 2, Jonathan McReynolds, Make Room. And number 1 for 7 weeks in a row, James Fortune featuring Deborah Carolina with I Am. Well, that's your Blazin' Hot Praise Top 10 Countdown, your tribute to Pastor Clay Evans, and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
K&B Improvement. No job too big or too small. Heaven knows we do it all. From carpet cleaning to house turnover, deep scrubbing, and more. Carpet restoration, we give you what you ask for. Reliable, reasonable, prices you can't beat. Let us serve you in all your cleaning needs, for we are dependable and neat. Call 301-379-5939. Kevin Best, www.kandbimprovement.com.
Hi, I'm Rufus, host of The RH3 Show. I've been the host of this great platform for an entire decade. During this decade, I've been blessed to join the platform of radio and podcasting. As I continue to work my gift, I realize that it has been you, my day one family, and also my co-host family, who I call my radio broadcast listeners, who have gotten me to this point. Out of the many years of being in broadcasting as well as journalism, for each level that I reach, and as I continue to climb the ladder of success, it only serves me right to give you better content and also better quality of material. And by doing that, you know it costs. It costs. We're looking forward to getting new and up-to-date audio equipment, video equipment to revamp the RH3 Show content on YouTube, attend award shows, and etc. So if the RH3 Show have been a blessing to you, which it shows, and we know that you have been a blessing to us, which it shows, please consider sponsorship. I pray that God touches your heart and give you the nod to sow a seed into this broadcast. Even if you haven't listened to the broadcast before and feel led to be a blessing, I thank you in advance. If you will, please begin by sowing a financial seed of any amount. How you can do this, you can visit my website at therh3show.com and click on sponsorship. Whatever you sow, I pray that God will richly bless you and it all come back to you 100-fold. This show has been a blessing to me and has been a release for me. I love what I do, you guys. I love what I do. And as I say on every broadcast, every YouTube video, or whatever I do, know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh at every moment, and to love God, to love yourself, and to love other people beyond words. Again, for more about me or the broadcast, and also to become a sponsor and to give financially, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
I just told you
Especially
that's how
for my
I
mom.
felt. That's how I
So you trying to
felt.
say-
If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it.
Well, you implied that.
I said what I said.
That's
You don't
what
like
it
it,
is.
you don't like it.
Need an advice? Got a question for me? Or you just need some help solving a problem? It is the Ask Red Letter segment right here on the RH3 Show. It is time for the Ask Red Letter segment, and this is where I give you all my honest, my unscripted on letters from you guys. You write in letters, you email letters, you fax letters, you post letters in my inbox, you call me in regards to particulars. I also am a part of different conversational groups on social media. And you all do that, and I thank you all for submitting those to me. And so I have 3 letters here, and one of them is long, and the other 2 are just short and brief. And so, and these 3 that I'm reading today came from a group that I'm a part of. And so, I want to give my opinion and let y'all know the scenario, just in case if y'all have this scenario or whatever, and what would you do. And so I'm going to give y'all these, and then we're going to go into the, take a break, and then go into the Real Talk with Red discussion. But it says, I have a serious problem here. I'm pregnant with a man's baby who has stated over and over that he does not want kids. I don't like that word, kids. So kids. That's fine with me. I have no problem with raising it on my own. Now my biggest issue here is he is now telling me that that is not an option. That if I have this baby, he will make it his mission to treat me like blank and get partial custody of the baby. That way I will have to deal with him for the rest of my life and have no other choice in that. Now to me, I always believe that a child needs their father no matter what, unless he will not be good for the child. I have expressed a concern about the child and that it would and does deserve to be treated well and be well taken care of. His response is that I should think about that when I decide what to do. I have already decided, but now I feel I should take this baby and go protect it as well as us. Now with his mentality of being in the child's life despite me or everything he can to hurt me, would it be selfish to keep him away and tell him there is no baby and to raise it in a loving home and environment with no dad? In his mind, my only option is abortion, but I don't believe in killing a baby because one of the 2 parents does not want it when I'm more capable of raising it alone. Okay, here the thing is, ladybug, lady, and I'll say your name again, lady. First mistake, and I hate to say this, God knows I do. I hate to say this, but all of this is on you, sweetheart. All of this is your fault. Why? It's because you stated in the beginning, I am pregnant with a man's baby who has stated over and over that he does not want kids. A man's baby who has stated over and over that he does not want kids. Okay, that's the first mistake. If somebody stated over once, I may, go along with it. But you said he stated over and over again that he doesn't want children. Why? Even so, and you want it, why are you lowering your standards, just because? If I want children, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I am not going to be with somebody who don't want children. I'm not going to no. I mean, it'll have to take the move of God and him to come down in an audible voice to say, no, this is what, I had placed in your life for you to be with. And he may change my heart and change her heart. But if she have stated over and over and over again that she don't want to have children, and it is my desire to have children and even adopt, that is a deal breaker. I don't know about you, we all are different, but that is a deal breaker. That is a deal breaker. Why? Is because, okay, sweetheart, you in a different situation than us men would be, because we can't force ourselves. Well, we can. Some of us, yes, we can, but some of us do it, and you don't supposed to. But we can't force ourselves on, women to make us have, babies. And even so, that they'll know, and she's not gonna open her legs, and she's gonna, do whatever to even prevent herself not to have children. But you, the one carries, he give you the seed, you the one carry it. So if he said over and over that he don't want to have children, why in the world is you still having sex with him? Why in the world is he having sex with you unprotected? And no. And I know that it both take two. I know that he is at fault as well, because he's using you. Why I say that is because you giving him free tail, and he don't want to have children. See, y'all done got me in trouble. But he getting free tail with somebody, and he out look. Oh, you know what? Even not using protection. Come on, maybe y'all have used protection in a condom broke or whatever, and mistake. Even using protection, mistakes can happen. But what I'm saying is, if you want to have children and he doesn't, why is you still giving stuff away for free? And then make it so bad, he gonna threaten you even after you get pregnant? Oh, no. First of all, after the first time they would have mentioned it, I would have been saying, okay, you know what, this is a deal breaker for me. This is, but can't do that. Can't do it. And even after that, and so you asking us, what should you do? Excuse me, I yawned. I was trying to hold it in. What should you do? Should you raise the child with no dad or whatever? If you're already pregnant, of course you are. But if he don't have to sign the birth certificate. He don't have to sign it. I would go. Here's what I do. Here's what I would do. Me personally, if you're in a state that he don't have to sign it, I wouldn't tell him that I'm in labor. If y'all don't live together, I wouldn't tell him no. I wouldn't give him the opportunity. No. I would also go as far as leaving town until I have the baby. Can't find you if you don't know where you at. But you know what? In all seriousness, if you don't look, you might end up doing and the way these things is rolling, you might end up still doing what this man telling you to do because you did it first. If he said you didn't want to have a baby, you end up getting pregnant anyway. Girl, come on. Use your brain. Use your brain. Do not go with this abortion. Don't let him sign the birth certificate. Nope. Don't let him sign it. Make accounts of and records of him threatening you and this baby. be like. Tell him, Keke Palmer.
I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
All right, she said it. Let's move on to our next letter. How do you know if your wife is cheating on you? What are the signs? I read this and I said, you know what? Food by lack of knowledge. The first sign is your thoughts. If you think she's cheating, she might be. If you think she's cheating, she might not be. But the first sign is your thought of she's cheating. What else? Same sign as me, but these ladies are so sneaky and meticulous in regards to cheating. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, people. So just watch. Like Medea said, you gotta watch. Not Medea, but the dude the bellman from Medea's class reunion. You gotta watch. Just watch. Confront her on it. If she deny it, just go along with what she says, because you gotta trust your spouse. Because I can't live with nobody who I can't trust. If it continue on, go to counseling. No, back up. Your first sign is your thoughts. Then after that, ask about it. Then after that, pray about it. Then after that, seek counseling. Then after that, go to your pastor. Then after that, seek counseling again. Then after that, there's nothing else that y'all could do. There's nothing that I would try every avenue to work this thing out and to, look, why she keep giving me signs that, giving me the unction that she's cheating. I can't. Don't deal with it. And don't. You cannot. I don't know why people sit up here and think that they got to deal with the mess that people put in relationships. Lies? No. Don't deal with it. Abuse? No. Don't deal with it. Whether it's verbal or physical. Don't sit up there and deal with any type of abuse or lies. It is what it is, y'all. You don't have to deal with it. Look, I'm too old to be sitting up here playing games with you. Don't. And so, hey, if your wife's cheating, confront her on it. Because one thing I will not do is let somebody who I live with and sleep with lie to me. One thing I will not do is take some backstabbing stuff from somebody who I sleep and live with. No. I would rather expect that from somebody outside of my house in the streets than somebody inside my house who I give my all to. The devil is an indemnified 3 bald-headed lies. Come on, his mama is too. Let's move on. Here's a scenario. My son is having his first child, his first baby, and he's a kid himself. Although I know that he and his child's mom will need help with which I'm willing to provide financially. I don't want to babysit. I had my kids early and I'm finally free. Am I being selfish with my stance on babysitting? Do grandmothers have the obligation to babysit? And then she posted a text that reads, "You gonna watch my child?" That's from her son. And say, if this is my grandbaby, y'all gonna need help. I ain't gonna babysit. Nope. Yes, mine's for sure. But you supposed to babysit. We'll see. No, I'm not. And then the son said, nah, for real. No, I'm not babysitting. The devil is a lie. Is she wrong for that? No, she's not, because that boy goes back to that young girl and that man who she got pregnant by. You knew what was going to happen, or what would eventually happen when you did the deed. So you're going to have to pay for the consequences. You and yourself. Financially, will I help? Yes. Why? Because you are young. You still got a life ahead of you, but you brought an innocent baby into this world. So you know what? Because of your stupidness and your ignorance, and not all of them are, but because of your mistakes, I'm going to help you with love. Babysitting, that's a different story. And each and everybody got their own, reasons and thoughts behind this. Put myself in it. Would I do that? Would I babysit? Of course. Why? Because I love my son dearly. With everything in me, I love him dearly. Will I babysit? Yes. Why? Because they still don't. They are new parents. They are new parents. New parents, new to this learning children stuff. They look so new. These children need to come with a manual of how to raise a baby. Once you leave that hospital, here's your book, How to Raise Babies. They don't know. Look, so you're gonna have to help. You're gonna have to help. If you see a baby coming out the house without no coat on in this winter, you gonna say something. Look, give me my grandbaby, because y'all don't know what y'all doing. This is all scenario wise, an example. But I would say this: you're not to blame, or you're not at fault just because you don't want to babysit. You're not. And so, yeah, I don't blame you for it. I don't fault you for it. It is not grandparents' obligations to babysit either. But hey. With this being my son's seed, and as much as I love my son, of course I'm going to be there. Of course I'm going to be behind him, because, us black men have it bad already, as not being in the child's life. While I'm helping him, I'm pushing him to be greater. I'm pushing him to be in that child's life. You cannot. Nope. You cannot. I will not allow it. I will not allow it. You're gonna be in that child's life. You're gonna do what you can do, and I will tell you this: I will take notes from my own mother. I'm not obligated to babysit, but if I'm babysitting during leisure time, you paying me. If I'm babysitting during leisure time, you paying me. And you know what? Hey, it is what it is. And even during leisure time, if I volunteer to watch them, then you don't have to pay me. But if you come and ask me, hey, Pops, can you watch my baby while me and such go out? That'll be fine. It depends. I'm gonna give you a time limit. If you go past that time limit, or you do not agree with that time limit, okay, the finance is about to start kicking in. Okay, well, since you don't want to come back at 9:00, all right, stay out as long as you want to, but you paying me. Or after 9:00, it starts to be $10 an hour, in addition to the flat rate of $30. So, $30 with me watching your child, plus another $10. So that's $40 for, an additional hour. Play with me if you look. You gotta set these boundaries for your children. Let them know. Then they'll slow down. Want to connect with me and go beyond the broadcast? Do so by following me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The RH3 Show. You can also watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/IRepaSavior. That's youtube.com/IREPASAVIOR. Follow me on social media Hi, it's the RH3 Show. Connect.
The RH3 Show every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 p to 7 p Eastern. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
We're giving a new life. We're living in two Christ in our sins. Thank God that He heed the need to make us.
Hi, it's Nina and my man Red. Stay tuned. More of the RH3 Show is coming up next.
Want a free subscription to be a part of our live listening audience? Download one of the major podcast platforms: Google Podcasts, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and more. And search The RH3 Show and subscribe. You'll get all new content as well as access to previously aired broadcasts to listen to, download, and to share to your contacts. We'd love for you to be a part of our family. Subscribe today.
The RH3 Show every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 p to 7 p Eastern. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
They gave it a switch. Our lives were in darkness. They came with a switch. So we don't walk like we used to, talk like we used to. Call us for honor and He'll do it for you too. Yeah. And you ain't gotta praise Him now. Praise Him 'cause He called it good.
Hi, I'm Rufus, host of the RH3 Show. I've been the host of this great platform for an entire decade. During this decade, I've been blessed to join the platform of radio and podcasting. As I continue to work my gift, I realize that it has been you, my day one family, and also my co-host family, who I call my radio broadcast listeners, who have gotten me to this point. Out of the many years of being in broadcasting as well as journalism, for each level that I reach, and as I continue to climb the ladder of success, it only serves me right to give you better content and also better quality of material. And by doing that, you know it costs. It costs. We're looking forward to getting new and up-to-date audio equipment, video equipment to revamp the RH3 Show content on YouTube, attend award shows, and etc. So if the RH3 Show have been a blessing to you, which it shows, and we know that you have been a blessing to us, which it shows, please consider sponsorship. I pray that God touches your heart and give you the nod to sow a seed into this broadcast. Even if you haven't listened to the broadcast before and feel led to be a blessing, I thank you in advance. If you will, please begin by sowing a financial seed of any amount. How you can do this, you can visit my website at therh3show.com and click on sponsorship. Whatever you sow, I pray that God will richly bless you and it all come back to you 100-fold. This show has been a blessing to me and has been a release for me. I love what I do, you guys. I love what I do. And as I say on every broadcast, every YouTube video, or whatever I do, know that I love you for real. And always remember to live every day, laugh at every moment, and to love God, to love yourself, and to love other people beyond words. Again, for more about me or the broadcast, and also to become a sponsor and to give financially, you can visit my website at therh3show.com.
What I just told you, that's how I felt. That's how I
So you trying to
felt.
say-
If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it.
Well, you implied that.
I said what I said.
That's
You don't
what
like
it
it,
is.
you don't like it.
It's the Real Talk with Red segment right here on the RH3 Show. All right, you all, it is the Real Talk with Red discussion, the Real Talk with Rufus discussion. And this is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on real life topics. We also have grown folks discussion, and today is both. It's a real life topic, and it is also a grown folks discussion. And even on our real life topics, we have real life guests during the Real Talk with Red, Real Talk with Rufus. I got to get used to saying that because I'm changing everything up for the new year, and so yeah. But today we're talking about 7 things to do when your child rejects your values, and this came from the scenario and the situation surrounding Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. Not saying that their situation is pertaining to this, where the child rejected their values. It is more so my opinion, my answer to it. And I'll get into that once I, got this. And shout out to imom.com, to where I received this article. I was doing some research for the show, and I received the article. And so, it begins to talk about, it says, all of our children will come to a point to where they assesses for themselves and the values that we've taught, and they'll either embrace them as their own or reject them. They might embrace some of them and they might reject the others, and they, vice versa. But that rejection leads to disappointment and tension and conflict with the parents. But here are 7 things to do when your child rejects your values. And my opinion on, I'll give y'all my opinion, and I'll go through each steps giving y'all my opinion. My opinion is this. A child is not going to come into my home and tell them, okay, I'll give them let me back up. I'll give them the free range and the, to express their opinion, express their thoughts, express their feelings, express this, express that, and express the third. But what I am not going to allow is for them to make decisions that they do not know of, or they make decisions that they, that they may think and deem that is right. For instance, they might want to, let's use it, let's say it, let's put it in, let's, discuss the elephant in the room. Say, for instance, the child is, expressing that they like the opposite sex, or the same sex. Let's go with the same sex first. You know what? I'm going to change that up. I'm going to start with using the opposite sex as an example. Because if I use the same sex first, then it's not going to come out how the way I want it to come out. So, say, for instance, your daughter, because it's different, and I know what y'all thinking, well, why not the son? It's different, but it's the same. But I'll tell y'all, my thought on this is the opinion for both of them. It should be the same. It just because he's a guy and you got a daughter or whatever, you shouldn't have to give him more leeway than you do her. No, it don't work like that. But you say, for instance, your daughter come in, Dad, there's this guy, like, okay, whatever. You like him? Fine. Can I have a boyfriend? No. But I'm 11 years old. You 11 years old. You cannot have a boyfriend. No, that is that. Most dads would even tell their son, all right, player, do your thing. Y'all, I just looked around. Like seriously? Okay. The same sex. Your son come in. Dad, I like girls. Dad, I like guys. Society today will tell you that you are wrong for telling your child no, that they cannot date. Telling your son no, he cannot date a boy just because he, that's what he want to do. The devil is 3 lies. Not in my house, you ain't. Whether you like a guy or whether you like a girl, no, not at no 11 years old, you're not. Dad, I want to wear this crop top shirt. Not at 11 years old, you're not. Nope. No. Not at 11 and not at 21, whether you live in my house or not. When you turn 18, if you want to bounce, there is the door. Give me my key before you leave. Dad, I can't do this. I said, okay, well, you're going to have to follow my rules then. You can wear whatever, but there are stipulations to that. But from birth up until you in my house, you are mine. Even from birth until you get dirt thrown over you, you are mine. And I shall think that my opinion and my thought and my teachings is something that will teach you for your own good. I may be wrong in my parenting, of course. There is, I will not get it right all the time. Look, I may get it right 1/3 of the time. I may get it half of the time. I may give it just 1/4 of the time. But long as I'm doing what's right, or I think I'm doing what's right, and I pray and hope that I'm trying to steer you in the right direction, things should work out right. God will lead and guide me. But 11 years old, no, I don't care if you free and living yourself. Okay, my daughter's free and living herself at 11 years old, and she telling me she want to have a boyfriend. Is that what she want to do? Should I allow it? No. Why? Because there's consequences with that. Even with him, you know. Well, his mom with the no, it's not. No. Just in the ways of why I say that, and I'm gonna give y'all these seven things that you should do when your child reject your values. And I'm gonna be, I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna be across the board with this, but I'm giving you my opinion first. Like I told my nephew, he came in the house. At the time he was what? Give or take 17, 18. 19 or whatever, I think, between 17 and 19. Skin tight, a skirt on, not a skirt, but a dress on, very skin tight. Makeup on, hair lit. Wait a minute. Where's you going? Why you know what? If you have to continue to pull that dress down, then you shouldn't be wearing it. If you have to continue to pull that down, then it's too small for you. Number one, don't come into my house like this. You know what I stand for. Number two, I don't care what other girls' clothes you wear, but when you come in here, when you come in my 3-digit apartment house number, what you're not gonna do is wear what not like that. You're not gonna be showing skin. Why? It's because of my values of what I live. Whatever. I'ma still love you and respect you. But you're going to respect me first. You're going to respect me first. If you don't respect me, then you can't come in here. Number two, there's children in here. I don't want these other small babies in here to be confused like, okay, this is uncle such and such. This is cousin such and such. He is a boy. Why is he doing that? Their mind is not ready for that. Their mind are not ready for that. So, what you're going to do is you're going to come in here with some decent clothes that you can pick out. I'm not going to pick out what you're going to wear. That's you. But there are stipulations to what you're wearing. You're not going to wear a dress in here. If you want to wear girl pants, so fine be it. They better not be tight. You can wear a girl shirt, so fine be it. It better not show no skin and it better not be tight. You go in there and change your clothes and then come back out. What they want you to do is show them love. And that's what you're going to have to do. Whether you a father, a mother, grandmother, grandfather, aunt, uncle, whatever. Show them love and then they will show you love back. Whether they reject your values or not. You better show them some love. And that's all what this stemmed from. I'm not going to be mean and ugly to you. I'm going to lay down the facts. I'm going to lay down the facts of my house, the facts of this culture in this house. And I'm going to leave it up to you to abide by that. If you don't, okay, all right. So fine be it. Let's work this thing out to where you don't feel, hurt or whatever. And so you don't feel that I'm not treating you, whatever, because whether you like it or not, which I don't like it, we got to go by this society. We got to go by the times that we live in. And so that means catering to these people. Okay, yes, we got to cater to them, but we're going to have to still work together. We still going to have to work together. You going to, okay, let's talk. Let's lay down let's lay it down. Let's lay it on down. You will come in my house decent and in order. You will come in my house, whatever. Wear whatever you want to. But there's stipulations to that. If you don't like it, bye. What I would have done, Dwayne and Gabrielle, that's their child. That's Gabrielle's stepchild. That's Dwayne's child. That's their child. That's their house or whatever. But if it would have been me, I would have told them, look, son, I don't care who you like. I cannot stop that. But what I will do and what I will tell you is, I'll be back with my opinion.
God will take care, and he's always there. I know that.
Hey, this is Quayla.
This is Isaiah Templeton. This is Dame Little.
I'm Nina Taylor from The Gospel News.
Well, this is Rock River alongside Red.
You are listening to my boy Red with the RH3 Show.
And you're listening to the RH3 Show. And you're listening to the RH3 Show.
And you're listening to the RH3 Show.
Boss of boss. Oh, yes. Keep it locked.
Want a free subscription to be a part of our live listening audience? Download one of the major podcast platforms: Google Podcasts, Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, and more. And search The RH3 Show and subscribe. You'll get all new content as well as access to previously aired broadcasts to listen to, download, and to share to your contacts. We'd love for you to be a part of our family. Subscribe today.
The RH3 Show every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 p to 7 p Eastern. For more about the broadcast, please visit therh3show.com.
They gave it a switch. Our lives were in darkness. They came with a switch. So we don't walk like we used to. Talk like we used to. Call us with honor and he'll do it for you too. Yeah. You gotta raise it down. Raise it because he called it to it.
All right, you guys, I'm back. But listen, what I would have told him, look, okay. We at that young age, you know, we all had butterflies of who we liked, this, that, and the third. But, you know, handling on, look, feelings or whatever, I can't stop that. I can't stop that. You're growing, you're preteen, you're almost in the preteen era, you're in the preteen or whatever. Feelings is feelings. But let's find other clothes for you to wear that you like, and then we'll go from there. But there are areas and there are the clothes that you're not allowed to put on. Why? It's because the results of people out here in society that will look at you and hate you because of who you are. I want you to love who you are. I want to love who you are. But I have to protect you from idiots and from people outside this door. Say, prime example, Alicia Keys' son. He wanted to wear nail polish at 4 years old. People outside was picking on him. Yes, you shouldn't worry about what people say, but then, you know, I felt the need I felt that she was wrong whenever she, you know, used the peer pressure of, well, other people wear it. Don't tell him that. But anyway, here are some things that you could do, and I'm going to hurry up because we are running out of time, as you can see. 7 things to do when your child rejects your values. We've talked about most of them. Determine whether, you know, number 1, determine whether it's minor or major. If it's minor, you know, whatever, blow it off because they'll grow from it. Major, sit down and talk about it. Number 2, maintain communications. Know that you and your child have an open line of communication. Talk with me, especially fellas, especially if it pertains to you and your son. You cannot let your son go out and converse with you. Well, you can. And I'm not saying that you don't, but let you be the first person he talked to. And if he cannot talk to you, allow him to talk to somebody else. Number 3, like I said, love unconditionally. Love them unconditionally because they already feel bad, you know, that you don't love them or whatever and feel bad for being different. Number 4, break off negative peer pressure influence. Alicia car keys. Well, other people do it. Wait a minute. Don't pressure him to continue to wear nail polish because other people do it. If he want to say, I don't want to wear it no more because other people pick on me, he don't want to wear it no more because other people pick on him. Then you should say, well, baby, you know what? I love you anyway. If you want to wear it, you can wear it. If you don't want to wear it, fine be it. Number 5, find or build bridges. What you do in common with your child. What do you have in common with your child? If your daughter is into photography, take a course together. Or visit an exhibit. If your son enjoys golf, spend a few evenings at the driving range or watch some tournaments together. When you pull against values, it creates tensions. Find ways to strengthen your relationship through shared interests. Keep boundaries. Number 6. And lastly, consider counseling. That is a big definite, especially in the Black community. Counseling and therapy. Of course, a child who rejects your values is often rebellious against your authority. So it's not easy to just enforce the rules. That's when enforce the rules. That's when solid outside counsel can help. I found that churches offer great counseling for both parent and child to work through deep issues. As an added bonus, many times it's free. So seek God in prayer first. While you seeking God in prayer, pray for him to direct you to seek the counsel, to seek somebody who he has blessed with the knowledge to help families out like this. I'm out of here, you guys. Know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and to love God and love yourself and other people beyond words. For more about me or the broadcast, or paparazzi accessories, or adore you home accessories, or whatever, visit my website at therh3show.com. Sponsor. You can click on the sponsorship tab to help us out. I would love and I need the help. I'm out of here, you guys. I'll see you on next week, which is be our last week before our break. But we are coming back then, January the 6th, 2020, with a full week, Monday through Friday, of broadcasting. And I'll talk about that a little bit more on next week. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Because the price that he paid for me gave to me my freedom, so I'm not in slavery. Christ made a way for me, grace we didn't pay for me. Go way back to God through the life that he gave for me.
Peace party people, see you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night, good night.